star is called Dhruv Tara in Hindi. This is the story of a 5-year-old boy who, due to his devotion and dedication, attained the best and brightest spot in the universe for himself. This version of the story of Dhruv has been narrated in the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapurana. The first couple created by Brahmadev, Swayambhav Manu and Satrupa, had 2 sons, Priyavrat and Uttanpad. Uttanpad had 2 wives, Suruchi and Suniti. Suruchi was the king's favorite, while Suniti was always ignored by him. Suruchi's son was Uttam, while Suniti's son was called Dhruv. One day, King Uttanpad, Dhruv also attempted to climb the lap of his father. However, his father did not pay much attention to him. Suruchi, who noticed Dhruv's attempt, told him rudely, "Kid, even though you are also the son of the king, you are not worthy of sitting on his lap. If you are so keen, you should have been born as my son. I suggest you pray to Narayan and ask him to give you another birth from my womb, and then only you can sit on the throne." Suruchi's harsh words hurt Dhruv a lot. He started crying and went to his mother Suniti. Suniti hugged her beloved son and asked him for the reason behind his sadness. Dhruv told his mother about the entire incident. Suniti, feel bad. It is your stepmother's behavior that was inappropriate. And you should not be sad about someone else's bad behavior. She is the head queen, and her son will be the heir to the throne. Suniti thought for a moment and continued, "I think your stepmother is right about one thing though. You should pray to Narayan and ask him to grant you the position you deserve. A seat better and higher than the seat of any king. Sri Hari is the preserver of this universe, and only he can grant you what you desire." Dhruv thought about what his mother said and decided to follow the path suggested by her. 5-year-old Dhruv decided to perform a penance to Sri Hari Narayan Bhagwan Vishnu. Around the same time, Narad Muni visited Dhruv and said, "O kid, such is your pride at this young age that you cannot tolerate some harsh words from your stepmother?" Narad Muni lovingly touched Dhruv's head and continued, "My child, you are so young. At this age you should be playing in the mud and chase birds. This is not the age to be proud and feel hurt. Your mother is right about Narayan having the power to grant you what you desire. But the path you have chosen is very harsh. You should stop being stubborn and go back to your palace." Hearing these words from Narad Muni, the kid said, "O wise sage, I have not understood what exactly you are trying to teach me here. I just want to achieve the spot that is beyond the reach of even gods. If you truly want to help me, then tell me the way to do that. I am sure you must know. You are the son of the Creator, and there is no knowledge in the world that is not known to you." Narad Muni was extremely pleased at Dhruv's determination, and he said, "Son, the path shown to you by your mother is the correct one. This path leads to glory and divinity. Bhagwan Narayan will grant you the place you deserve, a place that no living being has been able to achieve ever. I suggest you go to Madhuvan at the bank of divine river Yamuna and pray to Sri Hari with concentration and devotion. I am sure Sri Hari will listen to your prayers." Dhruv looked at Narad Muni and said, "But I do not know how to worship. What do I say that my prayers reach Narayan?" Narad Muni looked at the cute kid with affection and said, "Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya," and went inside the castle to meet Uttanpad after wishing Dhruv success in this difficult endeavor. Uttanpad welcomed the sage among gods and offered him an appropriate seat. Once the great sage was settled, he asked the king, "O king, what troubles you? Have you lost something?" Uttanpad said, "Devarshi, I am very cruel. I have treated my 5-year-old son really badly. He wanted to sit on my lap because of affection, but I rejected him. I am feeling really bad and do not know how to correct this wrong." Narad Muni said, "O son of Manu, you do not worry about your son. He is being protected by Narayan. You do not know, but your son is destined towards greatness. He will accomplish what even gods desire but fail to achieve. He will come back to you once he finds Narayan." After Devarshi Narad left, King Uttanpad became sad, thinking about the hardships his son might be enduring in his impossible quest. On the other hand, in Madhuvan, Dhruv started his penance, worshipping the image of Narayan in his mind based on the description he heard from Narad Muni and chanting the mantra told by Devarshi, "Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya." Dhruv's difficult penance started causing imbalance on earth, and everyone started worrying. All the gods and animals also started praying alongside Dhruv to convince Bhagwan Vishnu to appear in front of Dhruv and stop his penance. In the end, Narayan appeared in front of Dhruv. However, Dhruv had his eyes closed. His mind was focused on the mental image of God he had imagined in his mind. Narayan used his power to make that image disappear. A startled Dhruv opened his eyes immediately, only to see the god from his mind standing in front of him. Thus, seeing Narayan right in front of his eyes, Dhruv became so overwhelmed that he could not speak a single word, as if he lost the power to speak. At this point, Narayan touched Dhruv's cheek with his divine hand, which made him regain his voice. After regaining his voice, Dhruv said, "O dear God, you have been so kind to me by showing up to answer my prayers. Me, on the other hand, do not even know how to properly worship you." At this point, with divine guidance, Dhruv was able to offer his prayers to Bhagwan Vishnu, and in the process, he even forgot the purpose that drove him to his great penance. Sri Hari said to Dhruv, "O Prince, I am well aware of your resolve. The seat you desire for yourself is beyond the imagination of even gods. However, I am pleased with your determination, and I will grant that place to you. I will grant you an abode that has not been attained by anyone so far, and 7 great sages revolve around it. This place will live on even if the entire universe is destroyed. I grant you this place, which will be known as Dhruvlok from now on." Thus, with his great devotion and determination, Dhruv attained a place in the sky surrounded by great sages. He is also known as the North Star or Pole Star and Saptarshi, or Ursa major constellation of stars revolve around it. As a kid, when I was narrated this story by my aunt, I would lie under the open sky to locate Dhruv Tara for many nights. It has been the savior for travelers for generations, helping them with the sense of direction.